I'm Julie Herman of Jaybird Quilts and Lazy Girl Designs, and welcome to the Great Gift Sew-Along. We wanted to get crafty with you as the holiday season approaches, so I've put together the best of our best patterns for you to make handcrafted gifts for your loved ones with ease and joy. We'll be making Perfect Pouches by Lazy Girl Designs, Rock Candy Table Topper by Jaybird Quilts, Sweetpea Pods by Lazy Girl Designs, and finishing up with Candy Dish Pillows by Jaybird Quilts. Welcome to a bonus video for Sweetpea Pods. In today's video, I'm going to share some fun variations and the notions and fabrics that you can use to make a very special Sweetpea Pod. There's so many possibilities. Sign up to receive the sew-along emails and worksheets at the link posted in the video description below. Let's get started. Now that you have a basic understanding of how to make the Sweetpea Pod from our previous 4 videos, we are going to jump into options. So today we're going to talk about things like ribbon, sewing in a faux metal zipper, and even using different fabrics such as faux leather. Let's get started. The first variation we're going to talk about is what to do if you don't have fusible fleece. If you don't have fusible fleece, or if you have fleece that is not fusible, maybe you have on hand batting. I often have lots of batting scraps. What you can do is you can take a product like our Fusi-Bond Lite, which is a fusible web. It's a glue attached to paper to turn a batting scrap into fusible fleece. Batting is a little more densely woven than most fleece, but it still can work very well for this project. So simply cut the squares the same size and follow the manufacturer's directions for fusing them together. In this case, for this project, it is medium heat and just a couple seconds in each location, and it will quickly transfer the glue from the paper to the batting. And now that we have that pressed, let it cool for a couple seconds at least till it's not too hot to touch, and you can peel the paper off, and the glue has now been transferred to the batting. Then we can go ahead, as we did for the fusible fleece, and adhere our fabric. In this case, I want to make 2 that are both going to have the blue outside. If I was doing different ones, I would follow those directions to cut my triangles first, and then go ahead, same couple seconds, fuse this to my batting, and then follow the rest of the directions as shown in the pattern and the videos. One last thing to note about using this method is it's a little bit stiffer than if you just use fusible fleece, adding the batting with the fusible web in between. So I've made 2 here. This one was with fusible fleece, and this one was with batting, and you can feel the difference in person, but it's very subtle. You probably can't tell the difference at all on camera. It both yields very good looking Sweetpea Pods. So it's a great alternative if you don't have fusible fleece available. The next variation I want to show you is how you can add a decorative ribbon to add an extra pop to your Sweetpea Pod. Renaissance Ribbons makes amazing, gorgeous ribbons in all different patterns and colors, and there's 4 main sizes available: 3/8 inch, 5/8 inch, 7/8, and 2 inch. Any of the 3 smaller sizes would work well here with Sweetpea. So shown here is the 5/8 inch. This is the 7/8, and that would be a little bit wider. And then this is the 3/8, which is a narrower option. And how you do that is pretty simple. So go ahead and sew up your Sweetpea Pod till you get to the step of having your zipper in and having your top stitching done. Mine's blue on blue, so you can kind of see it right there. And pause before adding your zipper pull on. At this point, go ahead and pick out and audition which ribbon you think you'd like, and use that top stitching line as a bumper. Slide your ribbon right up to that top stitching line. Use double-sided tape if needed to go ahead and hold this in place, and just top stitch along the top and the bottom, just like this. And now go ahead and construct the pod the same way as directed. So once the entire project goes together, this is what it'll look like, and you'll have that nice ribbon, just a little bit of an extra added touch. So it adds so many more possibilities because there are so many gorgeous ribbons available. Now let's talk zippers. There are so many options available when it comes to zipper colors and zipper pulls. And you could do something like opposite zippers, which is where I used the purplish magenta over here and then switch the pulls, and then more of the orangey red. So it gives it a little bit of a swap. did something similar here with the pinks and the blues, or you can use two completely different zippers. Here I used orange and more of a yellow, and then I matched this pink pull to the pink flower and this white pull to the white in the flower here. There's lots of options, and Zipper on Etsy has a great selection. There's a lot of stores that have them, but they have a great selection, and they've put together a bundle that works really well with the One Zip projects. So check them out. And speaking of zippers, in addition to the many colorful options of nylon coil zippers out there, there's also now faux metal. And faux metal zippers really create a nice different look, but the key is they're not actually metal. So on the inside, they are just nylon as we are used to, which means we can sew over the zipper and create a Sweetpea pod. Faux metal zippers are available in a few different places. The ones I like best are from Sally Tomato. They have a 5mm wide, which is what I've used here, and a 3mm wide. And it comes in gold, silver, as well as many other metal options and many different zipper tape color options as well. So the 3mm is the size that is used in the Sweetpea pattern. So you'll notice here that this is a wider zipper tape. 5mm just gives it a little bit more width, and also because of the metal allows us to see zipper tape, metal, zipper tape, where here we just have one color. So it's just a nice different look. There's also many different pull options available. Here they have zippers by the yard, and there's 3 yards here with 9 pulls. It's actually enough zipper tape to make 12 Sweetpeas if you go ahead and get some extra pulls. The faux metal also works great in our next variation, which is to use a faux leather product. Sally Tomato also has faux leather available, and this really creates what I think is an elevated and elegant Sweetpea pod. So to make the faux leather version, I did not interface the leather. Just went ahead and sewed the zipper to the leather and then added my lining and followed the directions as is. Creates a nice soft Sweetpea pod, but the leather gives enough structure that the Sweetpea pod does still keep its shape. I chose to use the 3mm silver nylon coil, and I think it just gives a great look there, and it still has a nice pop of color when you open it up. The last thing I want to talk about is zipper charms. Sometimes the pulls are really small and hard to grab onto, so it can be nice to add something onto them. And I have found that there are some really great zipper charms on the market. These came from Moda, and I love that this one is a seam ripper, so that if I make this full of my sewing supplies, it's kind of my little sewing kit. That's kind of also a clue to myself that that's what is in here if I have my little seam ripper pull. So I think that's just absolutely adorable. So many fun possibilities with Sweetpea Pods. Thank you so much for joining us here today. I hope you enjoyed the process of learning how to make a Sweetpea pod and all the variations and possibilities that there are. It really is endless. If you have any questions, please be sure to leave them in the comments below or on our community Facebook group. If this video was helpful for you, please like it, share your comments with us, and click here to subscribe to this channel. Here are links to the other great gift sew-along videos and some of my other videos you might like. Sign up to receive the sew-along emails and worksheets at the link posted in the video description below. See you soon!